So I just got done live streaming my Ark. Absolutely crazy day of Ark battles and commentaries and all kinds of good stuff. I am going to start round 2 with Misfits Lion King division. Misfits Lion division. Yep. I keep saying Lion King because my son just watched Lion King today. Misfits Lion division. And these guys are a powerhouse. All right. Good friends with a lot of people in this alliance and a lot of people that are running the show here, and always up for a good arc when it comes to these guys because they always pull out all the stops. They always bring the thunder. They always bring the power onto the battlefield and tons of good fights. So wanted to make sure that we all got to see this live in action. Really looking forward to seeing what these guys have to bring to the table. There's Misfits Panda Fuzz again. Here, let me go ahead and pop the link to the actual stream in Discord so people can pop on. Randall, how you doing? CBYNGA. I'm gonna say CBY Ninja just because that's the way it looks. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Ankit, hey Drago, you aren't wrong. Misfits is Lion King. Yeah, there you go. From Brazil, Randall, welcome. Welcome. Yes, good evening for sure. There's Misfits. There's my guy. Chubby Ninja. Oh, is that what it is? Chubby Ninja. Oh, that's the guy that, okay. Yeah. Good guy. Hey, if you want, go ahead just to save me the trouble. Well, I guess I'll do it. Hold on. I'm just being lazy. Link in new tab. Share. Copy. This is always the funnest part of starting a stream, is posting it on the media chat. Always fun. There we go. That's done. All right, let's get to it. All right, so again, these guys are a powerhouse. Just to kind of recap with you guys what Misfits does. I mean, all they do is put a lot of power on the battlefield and use a solid strategy to win. So I'm always fun. It's always fun to. Did I say B? No, I said M. Oh, it is B. Man, I'm slacking today. I am slacking today, guys. Let me switch it up. All right, it's fixed. 1.3 billion power versus 1.2 billion power. I rounded up for their opponent, whoever it ends up being. All right, some more Brazilian from Randall. I can read some of that. Not all of it, though. Throwing the horns up, useless. All right, good job. Thanks, David, for the correction. I just corrected it. I appreciate that. So, yeah, again, massive battle about to ensue. Round 2. Like y'all probably saw earlier, if y'all joined the stream, we had a really great arc in Kingdom 16 with PHR, and we ended up fighting Gecko's Alliance high. And if you missed it, shameless plug, go back and see it. It just uploaded fully, so go in there and enjoy an absolutely epic, crazy battle between two titans in the game. And I don't see this one being anywhere disappointing. So this one's going to be right up there with them too. And I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys can do on the battlefield, and especially see who they're playing. Okay, sure. I'll let that come through. MFLD. Yep. Misfits Lion Division. So this thing should be rolling here pretty soon. Yeah, 2 minutes left. I wanted to jump in, just kind of go through some quick people. So obviously, guys, migration has happened, right? Migration has happened, and lo and behold, I see a couple of my friends in here with Misfits. So obviously, you got your leader, your king, your powerhouse at 130 million power, leading out the crew. This is definitely one of the more powerful players in the entire game, let alone just in this stream. But then you've got Beta. He's also a really good power player. He's a good friend of mine. 5-5 open. I've seen him a couple times. Holden, same thing. And then we've got more. So I know we've got more. We got Architect, also a good friend of mine. Let's see what else we got. Chubby Ninja. Again, we've gotten the chance to see him a couple times as well. Storm Fraz, Lots of T5s in this thing, man. Lots of T5s on the battlefield. The Geo, I definitely know you. Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of these same names in my Discord direct message chat, and I've played with a lot of you guys already in the game. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have to do on this thing. Lots of people all over. Check leaderboard. I can't check anything but the alliance list, Misfits, because I'm so low. I'm so low in power. I don't know what to do. I'm only like 5,000 power. Horny Hype is in the house. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to the stream. If I didn't mention your name, I appreciate you joining. Again, this is stream number 2 for the evening, back to back. These guys asked me to go ahead and do a stream for them. I didn't get a chance to do their last one because it was such a curb stomping. I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit closer since the power is relatively close. I hope the opponent that they're going to be playing against understands what they're going up against, though, because these guys definitely tend to use quite a good strategy, and then also they've got tons of power to back it up. So just good all around. It's usually a good watch as well, so I hope you guys enjoy. Champ Tunes, I appreciate that. Yep, good work today. It was definitely some work today, but it was fun. It was definitely fun. Definitely a fun day today. Busy, didn't really get a chance to eat today, but had a good time. It was fun. Definitely worth missing the meals. All right, we're in. All right, so let's get rolling. Let's go through some of these things here. Here is MFLD. We already kind of went through some of the players. I think that you all know most of them by heart now, to be honest with you. I think the lowest folks in this arc are around 25 million. So that goes to show you what kind of power they're working with. I think there might be a few lower, but not by much. Yeah, most of them are 27, 28, 30s, and then you've got your whales. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory what you're going up against. Let's go up against the other side and see who we're playing against. So BTG. And it looks like their front 3 people have not ported in yet, unless let me zoom out and zoom back in. Yeah, their king and their 2 main officers have not ported in yet. That's really interesting. Let's go through a couple of these guys. Either that or they didn't use their king and 2 main officers as their participants. But you got a 57 million power player there, bunch of 20s and 30s. 33, 20s, another 56 million. So 2 T5, 3 T5, there's a 57 million. Yeah, so I mean, mostly 20s and 30s with a few T5. Ooh, I don't know. This might be a repeat of last week, guys. I'm hoping that maybe they put up a really good fight. As you saw in the last stream I just did, power does not mean everything. That being said, power and strategy does. So that combination could prove very lethal for BTG on the battlefield. Yeah, 3 or 4 T5s on the opposing side. Jason Bourne, welcome to the stream. Yellow La, welcome to the stream. Ivan, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm looking at this, and you may be able to just unleash all 5 of your armies from every city on this side of the map, and yeah, just move across the battlefield. That might be the way to go. Here, let me move my logo because that's definitely covering up the map. I want to make sure we got that stuff. All right, game is live, and again, for those of you that are just joining or might be new to the game, strategy at the very beginning is very similar across the board. You're going to be trying to get your obelisks as quickly as possible using T1 cavalry. Generally, if you're trying to be reserved, you want to follow that up with rallying your own obelisk with some type of single troop rally. And then also on the way, capturing all those outposts that are right in front of your base to make sure you're earning points as quickly as possible. That's your first step. And then it's time to start positioning your troops and yourselves across the map so that you can take your next tier of objectives, which are your Shrine of War, Shrine of Life, and then both of your altars, your desert and your sky altar. So that's the idea. And as you can see right now, there are just tons of troops pouring out of the Misfits camp. Let me go to the other side just to see if they've got something similar. They definitely have quite a few troops coming out, but not quite as many. Again, I only see one of their officers jumped in. That was the 25 player there. 76 million power. That's definitely nothing to sneeze at. So he must have poured it in right at the end. Let's see how this goes. I mean, there's definitely going to be some power on both sides. It really depends on the strategy of BTG and seeing how they coordinate. Coordination is clearly a big deal when it comes to what you're doing in the Ark and how you're coordinating with each other, timing things correctly, and attacking when it's time to attack and defend when it's time to defend. You need to have a lot of coordination and communication to make that happen. Joel, I was Warlord today, 3rd in power, and was in back today. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Probably like the Lord of War event or Power event or something like that. Those things tend to swing pretty quickly if you don't pay attention to it. All right, so it looks like outposts are starting to get grabbed on either side again. Again, what we want to look for is who and how is getting positioned around the Ark. We want to see there's already an obelisk captured on the Misfit side. Let's go over there. Tons of troops just streaming on over. So this is definitely going to be a quick cap for a lot of the Misfits troops here, and they're moving their armies up to the field. And it looks like some of them are starting to go towards the Ark area, and some of them are starting to go towards the right side and maybe do a little quick sneak attack on this desert altar. That's something that's a lot of people are doing nowadays, is they're trying to grab that forward operating structure on the opponent's side to kind of throw them off and already kind of slow them down from pushing forward. It's not a bad idea at all. Ark has kind of been where a lot of the battles have been happening lately. People are starting to realize how important the Ark is, not only from a buff standpoint, but also from a point standpoint. Definitely need to have all of those things going your way whenever you're trying to win, especially when you start getting into the above billion power range. A lot of people are starting to see that Ark is really the critical point for the entire match. So interesting to see how this is going to play out. Both sides have pretty much captured their stuff. However, Misfits is a little slow on the take on the left obelisk. Nobody sent a tier 1 troop rally to capture that, so I'm a little curious about that. Just full armies. And if for some reason, which I don't see any blue lines, but if for some reason BTG happened to fast rally that might have been not good. That might have been they would have been in really bad shape for sure. Dejan, 10 p.m. for you? Yeah, it's 11 p.m. for me. This is going to wrap up right at midnight, right at the beginning of Mother's Day. Again, for those of you that don't know, it is tomorrow, so please make sure that you treat your mamas with care. And yeah, so this will give us our first Mother's Day Ark completion, one way or another, however it goes. Oh, it looks like we've already got a rally going, and it is a double C-led rally. You all know me, that's not my favorite, but I understand probably why. They wanted the mobility, they wanted to get there very quickly. I get it. Luckily for them, they're also facing a double C-led army. So they may actually end up taking this. It's going to be interesting. It looks like they may get swarmed and not quite have the tankiness or firepower to actually take that obelisk. Yeah, they're dealing a little more damage than they're taking a little more damage than they're dealing. So yeah, it looks like they may end up losing this unless they've got some sweet reinforcements behind, which I do not see, which would also be tough because that is a very fast rally. For sure. So it looks like this rally is going to go down. They will take this, and luckily for BTG, push this back. I'm not really sure why there's a double C defending that in that rally, but it worked. It worked, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Looks like they're also rallying the top obelisk, and BTG is porting in en masse. And looks like there's quite a few of the Ooh, there's another T5, 118 million power. Nokan Knob. Looks like a dude playing basketball with a sweater on. That's not really smart, but interesting. Yeah, lots of T5. Got a little smiley face on Billy's cat there. I'm not sure if he's watching the stream or not, but he's saying hello. Oh, he's talking to the rally. So here comes another rally. This is another double C-led cavalry rally. Let's see how this one goes up on the top, because the bottom one did not work very well. Now, I will say, just looking at the map, right, BTG has not taken the Sky Altar over there on the bottom side yet for some reason. I'm not sure why. And it looks like their Shrine of War is also getting rallied too. So that's really good for them. This double C-led rally is putting some serious damage on this obelisk, but I think it has more to do with the commander or the troop count than anything else. I think once these guys kind of pull out, which it looks like they are, they're starting to swarm it. And, well, this double C rally is doing pretty darn good, to be honest with you. It's a mixed rally, which is weird. You got infantry, archers, and cav with double C leading. Yeah, they're just going to continue to reinforce this. I mean, it's really difficult once all these things have ported in. That yeah, everything's red already for this rally to survive, but it's doing the job, right? So sometimes, and again, this is something you see all the time, right? You sometimes don't necessarily need to win. Like, this isn't going to win, right? It's going to get swarmed. But look how many troops for BTG are here and not here, where they just lost their Desert Altar 2 minutes ago. And then over here, same thing. They just lost their Shrine of War, which got rallied. They've already got troops out and ready to rock and roll. This also got lost on the BTG side. And there's tons of Misfits line division just swarming all over the place. So there's a lot of moving parts that just because you send a rally doesn't mean you have to have it win. Sending a rally can be multiple things. It can be a distraction. It can be a troop sink. It can be, hey, I've got a free rally slot. Let's just send a rally. Or again, it could be something where I need to take this and I need to get it right now. Or it could be something like I need to get here faster than if I was just marching, because rallies tend to be faster than just a regular march. Yeah, Jason Bourne, exactly right. These are really good distractions, and that's why they've pushed the forward line, Misfits have, to the BTG side right off the bat. And they're already up by 2,000 points. Looks like you got about 3.5 minutes left on the Ark as well. Getting ready to pop out. I'm interested to see. In fact, there's tons of open field battles here, but let me go ahead and check out the middle just to see how the positioning is happening over here too. Looks like Misfits has a good positioning on the Ark section. There's absolutely zero BTG in the middle. There's Misfits on both sides of the channel here. And yeah, unless BTG puts up a push in the middle, I mean, Misfits is already pushing in the middle. They're taking outposts. Yeah, this is starting to be a steamroll very quickly. And looks like they've got a really good commander sitting there tanking that. I don't even see a rally. This looks like it's just a swarm. And that's not good. That's not very good at all. When you've got a Richard inside of a building and you're swarming it, you're doing it wrong. If you see Richard sitting there, unless you know there's like 300,000 troops in there or something like that, you need to back off and rally it, because this is what is going to happen to you if you don't. All these armies are just crashing against it and not making it very far at all. Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing else to be done for it. Let's go over to the Sky Altar. Looks like there is a rally from BTG. Looks like it's a cav rally against the infantry, which not the best idea. But, I mean, that might be what you got to work with. And if it's got good nuke, it could do a really good job. Yep, I'm in a double C on that one. Good open field battles on the other side. And BTG is coming to reinforce, hopefully. Well, that's infantry. I don't know if you want to reinforce with infantry. Mizafish should be reinforcing that rally just to make sure it goes down. It does look like that Sky Altar is going to go down because it's got a rally against it, and there's good support from BTG behind it, killing the reinforcements and engaging in the open field, getting all the people that might be reinforcing that Sky Altar to either run or get killed. So that's really good for BTG. Took their Sky Altar back, which was a good crucial step for them. They need to get those points going because they're already, what is that, 5,500 points behind. That's definitely a significant margin right off the bat, with the Ark not even out yet. Being 5,500 points down is a significant margin to come back from, especially if they don't have anybody in the middle to actually capture that Ark. That's another 3,000 points right off the bat. So I think they need to really get in gear for sure. They need to be pushing the middle. Right now, Misfits has it on lockdown at the front, and I believe I saw it at the back as well. They pretty much have both sides locked up tight. I think that's the route. Yeah, that's the Sky Altar that went down. Those guys running away. So BTG did take the Sky Altar, and again, it'd be good for them to go ahead and rally this Shrine of War as well, which it looks like they should be doing. Well, they're just sending a single army. Maybe there's a rally coming. You never know. Lots of action all over the place, though, guys. Look at this. I mean, there's more rallies at the top. Looks like they're going after the Shrine of Life on the bottom there. Big Barker rally from BTG taking that Desert Altar from Misfits. Looks like they're trying to push back a little bit. They're not rolling over. They're not, calling it quits right off the bat. Looks like the Ark has spawned, and just based off of what I saw earlier, there shouldn't really be much of a fight there because there weren't any blue to begin with in that area. But let's check the Shrine of Life really quick. Yeah, that one's not going to go too well. It looks like there's enough reinforcements inside of that Shrine of Life with a proper commander to tank that Cav army, and you got Misfits coming in with more reinforcements behind it. That's a done deal. Let's check the Ark and see if they've got it yet. There we go. They just grabbed it. They must have heard me. There goes Misfits Hampone. Bringing that Ark on back to their outpost, which looks to be pretty clear. I don't see anybody running around doing anything crazy. Let's check this out again and see if anything got... Yep, that's over. All right, so let's push over to the Sky Altar. Yeah, it looks like they're kind of backing up a little bit to reinforce. They should have already rallied this a minute ago. This should have already been rallied. Why are you open field fighting when they've got your Shrine of War, BTG? If you saw this happen, you've literally got cities one screen away, and then here comes Super Beta in his Superman cape with his Cav rally, full Cav rally, Mina led, thank you, and yeah, I got a feeling that this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt BTG, and it's gonna definitely hurt that other Mina that's trying to attack him. But BTG definitely has that obelisk locked tight. Looks like that's a full infantry group inside of there with a proper Richard commander in it. Yeah, that's going to go down quickly. Unfortunately, there's just not enough tankiness from that full Cav army to maintain that rally for very long when it's going up against the counter troop inside with a Richard in it. That's going to be tough. Yeah, towers, this is a little one-sided, yeah. I mean, I think that BTG is pushing back, but they're not rallying quick enough. Like, it looks like they're finally attacking this. There is a rally, but it just took a while. I don't know if they're grabbing their people from the other side, like they're getting the armies from the other side to fill the rally. I'm not sure if that's what the problem is, but it's definitely, it's definitely taking them a little longer to do things than it takes Misfits. And that's really, I think, what the difference in this match is so far, is Misfits is just quicker. They're just quicker doing their stuff. Now they're starting to swarm it. This Richard is doing a lot of damage, and in fact, it's doing pretty significant damage on that rally as well. And this is not going to go down easily. Misfits is not going to let this go without a fight. If they've got some, and it looks like they do, if they've got some reinforcements to kind of bring up, and if they make it in time, you could literally drop, 6 armies plus a rally, 7 coming in, 8 coming in, 9 sitting there. Let's check on this Shrine of War up here, or Shrine of Life, excuse me. Shrine of Life looks like it is probably going to be even-ish. It's going to be close, especially No, no. Misfits, you need to go into that at some point, right? So say there's full infantry inside of that Shrine of Life, right? At some point, you need to cut your losses with having one troop type and just get troops inside of a building, right? Like you just need to say, it doesn't matter that you've got mixed troops at this point. Just get the troops in the building so that you can defend against 7, in this case 4 different armies attacking your building. You need to get inside that building. It doesn't necessarily have to be just infantry, although that's ideal if that's what you've got. If you've just got cav there, if you've just got archers there, put something inside of that building because that rally is going to hit it. That rally is going to beat it. Jake Williams, welcome to the stream, bud. Hello. Ark is still rolling on back to the outpost and looks pretty generally well. Did they drop it? Oh, wow. This guy came out of nowhere, huh? So that is a very speedy army, especially for T5. That is very speedy for T5. Wow. That was very speedy for T5 from Super Shenron. Wow. Well, I think the Royal King is definitely going to get the Ark back to the outpost. Ooh, I don't know. This is a tanky cav army, huh? I mean, it's still Mina double C, but my goodness. I mean, that's the smart thing to do, right? So don't just pick up the Ark. You are obviously faster than the other players that are around you. Just kite them around, wait for them to pick it up, and then attack. Yannick, hey, welcome to the stream, bud. iRanger, Drago, you see Khan CC beat Richard Charles. Yeah, I saw something about it. Until it beats me, I'm not convinced. Mr. DX Diag, from the bell icon notifications, it shows million instead of billion. I switched it up. I started with million. I meant to put billion, Mr., but unfortunately I hit the wrong letter. So at some point, these guys need to take this troop out because he is causing some serious havoc, and he's doing it exactly the way he's supposed to. Wait until somebody grabs the Ark and then attack. Now, unfortunately, he just doesn't have enough troops to make this work. But if he had a full army, this would be pretty significant problem because they still haven't captured the Ark, although it's going to happen any second now, and they're already ahead by 9,000 points. So it's not the end of the world. But still, that's a very, very sweet play from that BTG player, and really playing the game correctly when it comes to being strategically placed, and also understanding the mechanics of the game and the fact that you get double damage whenever you are carrying that Ark, and you also have a significant march speed reduction as well. Yeah, he tried. That was a really good try. And there, I'll give Super Shenron one last screen time before as the defeated army runs across the screen. All right, so let's go. Ooh, where did I go? My thumb must have hit it. Let's go over here. Looks like there's another rally trying to hit the Shrine of Life. And again, this Richard is trying to stand strong. There's a couple BTG armies over here, including one of them being a rally against the building and an open field troop army. This is going to be tight. If the rally is the red one, then it's probably going to be fine for Misfits. If it's not the red one, then they're going to be in trouble. Let's see how this goes. Let's also check the Shrine of Life down here. I'm just looking to see if there's any really good stuff. This is a mixed army going up against a Richard infantry only. That's not going to go well. It's going to die instantly, and Misfits already has quite a few reinforcements coming in. Let's check over here and see what's going on as well. So, one AZ Cat, which I'm assuming is Lazy Cat, kind of doing the same thing that his counterpart was doing earlier, and just kind of being a harasser in the back and capturing the outposts and then resetting them, basically stopping them from generating points. However, the outposts only generate 30 points a minute. So I mean, it's good, but at the same time, you're down by 13,000 points, or 12,500 points, and the per minute total is not getting any better. 670 in favor of Misfits, 670 to 330. There's not really 30 points a minute. It's probably not going to do you too much. At least stopping those is helpful, but you need to start capturing some of these buildings at some point. And unfortunately, mixed troop rallies with Richard leading is not the way to get there. Definitely, if you're doing mixed troop, you want to use mixed troop type commanders. So leadership commanders with the talent trees that are built specifically inside the leadership talent path, with armored and armed to the teeth to give the mixed troop rallies more oomph. Get Barca inside of there, or Scipio, Julius, those kinds of things. Those are what's going to help you win with mixed troops. Although, again, ideally you want to have a single troop type rally, and that will help you get some of these buildings. Because right now, it's just kind of all over the place. You're throwing stuff at things, but there's no hope of you winning when you're going up against a Richard sitting in there with 1 million infantry, and most are T5. It's just not, it's no bueno. It's no bueno for you. So, I mean, lots of buildings getting pressured, getting attacked. Shrine of War here getting solo hit. And there's not much in the Shrine of War here. There's an Osman with, let's see what else. You got an Osman and Osman Minamoto, I think. Yeah. Maybe. Osman. I don't know. Taylor Bucks is going back. The Shrine of War is down for BTG. And that's a really quick little snipe, right? I mean, there wasn't many troops inside that building. So one little troop army kind of found that weakness and stabbed it and got a nice disruption to not only the points from the Shrine of War, but also the buff. So for those of you that don't know, again, this gives you a 5% attack and defense buff when you have it and you occupy it. So it doesn't give you that buff now while you're just counting down, but once you actually capture the building, you get that 5% attack and defense buffs. And defense goes a long way in the Ark of Osiris. I'm telling you that right now. You need as much defense as you possibly can to get, especially when you're fighting T5, you need to have as much defense as you can. Here's another YSG Archer rally. And again, you've got specifically Archers. The problem is it looks like you're going up specifically against Cav. Or at least there's a cavalry commander in here with a cavalry secondary commander as well. And it's also got AoE, so I don't know. And then it looks like you just popped in. Was that more? Looks like that was more Archers. Very nice. They look like infantry for a second there. So it looks like Beta is going to take the Sky Altar. It kind of turned around once you got that reinforcement. It's going to be very close, though. You got Saint 81 coming in from the northeast trying to save the day. Looks like you've got a few more marches coming in, too. So this is going to be very, very, very tight. Tiwa, thank you very much for the donation. $5, my friend. I appreciate you very much. I don't see any kind of message or anything, so I'll just say thank you and go from there. Thank you for joining the stream, and thank you for the donation. So it does look like Beta actually did cap that flag. You got it just quick enough. And yeah, that's what having a single troop type rally will do. That was a very quick capture. And as you can see, there were quite a few armies inside of there, quite a few. So that was no easy capture. And there you go. They're all sent packing. So very, very good. Mister, when I see an outpost, it reminds me of your rally. Best Ark moment ever, 300 plus IQ. Yeah, again, it was a combination of skill and luck. I'm not going to take full responsibility for that as much as I would love to. I did have that in my mind, but I meant to actually cancel it at the last second. But then I saw the situation and it actually made more sense to take it, so I did that. But yes, most epic moment in an Ark I've ever had in my life, or at least in the last year since I've played. Yeah, so... Towers, I forgot what his name is, used to be a Patriot. You look like the Lions head coach. So Matt Patricia is the guy's name, and yes, I've been told that a couple times. You should see me with the, if you go back a few videos on my channel, you should see me with the full beard. it's even crazier of a likeness. Ison, welcome to the stream. Good stream, Drake. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for joining. Such strong warriors join Misfits. Yeah, Misfits has got, and this, see, here's the thing too. Misfits has spread the love a little bit on their server too, so they've got quite a few alliances that are very powerful, very, very powerful. So it's going to be interesting to see how their KBK matchup goes down, because they've got quite a few power players inside of their Ark, or inside of their kingdom. Looks like, just to kind of catch up on the Ark here, there's a BTG rally. I think they're going to go after the Shrine of Life. Sure enough, they are. It also looks like Misfits is also... Are you swarming that? Well, they got it. Misfits lost that one. Now, Misfits is also trying to protect against this, and I believe, yeah, that is a maxed out YSG, folks. Look at the damage. You do not want to swarm a building that's got a maxed out YSG with full archers, no doubt. And there's more archers coming from the Geo and FinFet. Yeah, this is going to be a very tough Sky Altar to take. And on top of that, if you're not rallying it, it's going to be very, very bad news for you. Oh, please. All right, so here's, if this was me. If this was me and I was Beta, right? I see all these lines coming to the altar, and I start getting excited. I want all of these armies. Okay, here comes the rally. Okay, that makes more sense. I was about to start laughing again. If all of these troops decided to come here and swarm this, it would not be good. The Geo, you need to get back into that Sky Altar, sir. Get back into the Sky Altar. Yeah, Towers, you're absolutely right. Yeah, K93 is where Misfits is at. I'm not sure where BTG is. Yeah, Travis, hashtag beard life. All right, so here comes the rally. This is Cav against Archer, so that's the matchup you want if you are BTG. Let's see how this goes. I mean, the nuke damage, just the raw nuke damage that YSG pumps out is significant. And looks like Geo's they're reinforcing. This is going to be close. I think the Cav will eventually win out. Misfits should probably have some kind of reinforcement here, but it looks like they don't. BTG rallied this exactly the way they should have. They got the right troop, and they got tons of nuke damage, and it looks like they've got maxed out commanders as well, just based off the damage that I'm seeing popping up above Beta's head. So this was just an exact reaction to the right reaction to the way that this is done. Because if they had brought all those armies down and swarmed this, oh, I would have been sitting here laughing nonstop. All right, my Exoplix. Drago, thanks for the stream, loving it. Thank you for joining. Enjoy the fun battles, enjoy the craziness, all the swarming, all the T5 that are all over the place. Mondo plays, how is the Discord server coming along? So it's done. The Discord server is done thanks to Titan. Let me clarify from the last stream I did. His name is Titan. And also Dennis. And then Cryox, I think. I'm going to mess up one of their names. But 3 of them volunteered. And sure enough, it is pretty much up and running. I want to load it with some of the builds that I've been putting on my videos from my Commander Mastery Series guides. I want to load those up in there first, and then probably next week I'm going to go ahead and just unleash it, and y'all can join and get together and all that good stuff. Let me jump over here to the Shrine of War. Looks like they're swarming this one too, and that's not going to go well, especially when you're using Siege. So 100% chance that that Misfits is going to keep that one. Let's see what else we got going on here. Looks like there's probably already going to be a rally popping on the Sky Altar very soon, if not the Desert Altar. The Desert Altar's been BTGs for quite a while. I wouldn't swarm it. I think there's a pretty significant amount of, yeah. Well, I mean, it's taking good damage, that's for sure, but it's going to do some damage too. It's going to do quite a bit of damage. quite a bit of damage. All right, so Jed is gunning B ready MFLD. That's from Juan. Looks like Misfits are going to capture their second arc in a row. It's literally about to cap right this second. So that's going to be another chunk of points in the Misfits column, and they've pretty much got this wrapped up from a point standpoint, unless, you know, they just haven't loaded up 2 or 3 of their T5s yet or something. Let's check the count. So it's 30 versus 30. So all players are on the table, all players are on the board, and yeah, look at all these AoEs. Looks like there's a nice Sun Tzu sitting there doing some work on some rallies and maybe a rally. Okay, so that one went down. Well, the rally's about to go down anyway. The swarming army already went down. All right, let's check the Desert Altar too. Oh, wow. Okay, now we're just going to swarm this. Now, that's a mech med. The mech med's good for attacking. Not so good on the defense, but still quality commander. I wouldn't use them as a defender. Said Misfits took their obelisk. It's not that one. They're going to lose that one. Let's check this one. You got a rally going, probably. Oh, I see. So they took it and then BTG took it back. Got it, Josh. Did they end up rallying the Shrine of War finally? They did. Although they did it with, again, a mixed army with Richard. It doesn't make sense. If you're going to use Richard, do a full infantry rally. If you're going to use a mixed siege, that's fine. Just use mixed troop commanders. It's not going to be as good, but it'll be better than using a single troop type commander. Looks like Misfits, again, is trying to swarm this. It's probably not the best idea, especially since you've got a YSG sitting right there, just popping arrows all over your armies. And it looks like all 3 of these armies are about to pop. You got an AoE commander inside of that Desert Altar, and you've got an AoE army right beside it with YSG. It's probably not good. Probably not good. Juan, thanks for the shout out. That was for Mr. Misfit, aka Loco Lion. You got it, buddy. You got it, buddy. Lots of buildings getting attacked here. I mean, it looks like BTG has the right idea about rallying. It's just, A, it's taking them a really long time, and B, they're sending mixed troops with not mixed troop commanders, or they're just not sending the right stuff. There was two rallies from BTG that I saw that were really good. One was on the Sky Altar on the very left, where they sent against Beta's YSG group the exact right rally with the exact right commanders with the exact right troops, and it was very quick. That's what needs to happen, but all the time. You can't just sit there and relax and wait for the next one to come and react. You have to continue to push. I see lots of AoE commanders, which is really good in these types of situations where you got multiple armies swarming an altar. Eventually, it looks like this altar is going to go down in favor of Misfits, but it's going to be quite expensive for them to take. But it looks like they might also not really mind, considering that they're ahead by 16, almost 17,000 points. So at this point, they're probably just having some fun. Looks like Misfits just took back their Shrine of War as well. So there's a lot of blue sad faces going back on the top side to their respective cities. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I think at the end of the day, this is going to be a very one-sided match, but BTG's doing some good things. So is Misfits, obviously. That's why they're pushing both sides. They've got their sides locked down. I don't really see much happening on their own side of the map. Here's another rally going against a Julius Caesar-led defense, and it is going down quick. So this is interesting. This must have been a very light... that's irritating. Yeah, not very many. I was going to say that must have been a very light defense for Misfits. that was going down way too quickly and way too easily against a mixed troop Minamoto group rally. But we'll see how this is going to play out. I think the BTG is starting to push down on the bottom, which is really good. While they're out front up there, they should start rallying this Sky Altar right away. Don't let Misfits capture it, because they're going to be having almost all 4 altars at this point. And that's where the majority of the points from an occupation score are going to come from, is all 4 of those altars. And if Misfits has them all, they're just going to start stacking up that 18,000 point lead even faster. So if I were in their situation and BTG's situation, I would start rallying this Sky Altar immediately, as well as them rallying this over here. But it doesn't look like, well, not this, but they need to be reinforcing this is what I mean. Because I believe if I was Misfits, I would start rallying this again. So it's a game of cat and mouse, and you need to figure out who's going where. And if you're constantly putting pressure on, they can't apply pressure of their own. So you need to balance that out. Sue Thay, hello. That's more of a middle finger, but sorry to hear that. Just watch AK47. Just watched your Ark of Osiris match. Man, that was epic. You were the MVP of the match. Yeah, it was a very fun match. It was a very, very fun match. Definitely the best one I've ever been in. All right, so let's find some action. Let's find some more action. This is just swarming stuff. I don't think. Juan, wow, very one-sided. Did a lot of Misfits opponents not show? No, it's 30 versus 30. So this is equal players. I think maybe quite a bit of power on the BTG side came from just a few players, though, because the majority of their players are in the low 20s, high teens, with maybe 5 or 6 T5-ish, whereas Misfits is very deep in their non-T5, with high 20s and low 30s being the majority of their team, and then quite a few T5 as well, obviously. All right, so altars going on all over the place. Both altars getting attacked. Let's check this one out right here. Saitama Sensei here. Hello, welcome to the stream. So this is, again, number 2 of the evening. I am definitely running out of steam here, to be honest with you. I need to get to bed because I'm going to get up early in the morning and cook for the wife for Mother's Day. And this is definitely going crazy here. We got lots of rallies here. This is really what's keeping me up, to be honest. And, oh wow. BTG just swarmed that. Missed that one. Let's check out this altar here. Yeah, that's going to go down to 1 troop or 1 army. So that's going to be Misfits again. I think with Misfits, so Misfits needs to control their side. So they need to get, because they've got really good presence, they've got good commanders, they've got good troops, they've got good leadership, but they're pressing too many of their people forward, and that's leaving a spot open for BTG to kind of snipe some of their stuff. So what I would do in Misfits situation is, on each of your respective sides, I would make sure that I've got a solid commander inside of each one of those buildings, and I would make sure that I've got at least 500,000 to 600,000 troops of one type corresponding to that commander. Lock them up and then push the rest of the armies forward, take the rest of the buildings, camp at the front of their base, and call it a day. That's what I would do. All right, so Shrine of Life, still doing serious work up here with Richard. And yeah, tons of open field battles here. AoE's going crazy. We have different name here. Well, it's based off your YouTube or your Gmail account, I think. All right, let's go check out the Shrine of War. There's a rally going on here from Misfits, and this is a hopefully full infantry rally. It looks like it is. Yeah? Yeah, full infantry rally from Super Beta with Richard Primary. Definitely the army to go up against this Minamoto-led Shrine of War, but it looks like, unfortunately, there's just no support for Beta up here, all by his lonesome, and you've got two armies attacking the rally, which those armies will go down, but on top of that, you've got reinforcements behind that Shrine of War, ready to, hopefully, for BTG, pounce inside of that shrine so that it doesn't go down. Now that's all for one person, so they can't all go inside. So it's just going to be one army that's going to be able to do that. I think Beta still has this, to be honest, because he's tanking those two armies outside. I mean, this is just raw power on Beta's part. Raw power. Lots of people coming to try and assist, but Big Bok Choi sitting there, he's not doing anything. I mean, again, this is the point where your army inside of the building is just not doing any damage because it's so low. Get some troops in there. It will do more damage. It will keep the army upright inside the building. And you need that against a rally like this. And I just don't think BTG is going to have enough to send Beta packing. I think Beta's going to take it. And then that should hopefully free them up to be able to take that desert altar just to the southeast as well. And hopefully lock up the majority of this bottom side for Misfits for them. That would be a big win for Misfits on the bottom here. Yep, there you go. Beta wins. Beta is Beta. Looks like this Richard is going to do some good work too. Oh, yes. Yeah, that cavalry army is going to go down. Misfits has got the reinforcements sitting here. Finfet should get inside of that Sky Altar. There you go. Good job. Bring your other troops up to the top here and start attacking the BTG folks. That would be my direction to you, sir. And then Lord North getting taken out by Geo very quickly as well, with two really nice armies sitting there with, looks like El Cid and YSG. No, that's El Cid and Herman. I can't tell that second one. I think it's Herman. And of course, you got your Mina double C combo up there at the top. So I think Richard's going to be just fine here. There shouldn't be any problems at all. Keeping that in Misfits line division hands. And ooh, it looks like BTG is about to finally. I think this desert altar was sitting with BTG for quite some time, and that's why. Look how many armies are getting sent back finally. BTG had that desert altar for quite some time. Yeah, you're sending siege. At this point, you're so mixed rally, it's not even funny. And heavy into the siege, that's going to be really hard to beat a Richard inside of a building with reinforcements inside of it. That's going to be tough. And I think Omar should, if he's smart, reinforce that rally. If he might just be wanting to try and get the people on the backside, which is not a bad idea, but your rally is going to go down in the process. So Geo took care of Monkeyfish, and then Geo's going to go ahead and pull. I don't know about the idea of pulling the infantry out. That doesn't make sense. That might have been an accident, maybe grabbing all of his armies at once instead of just one. I definitely would not have pulled my infantry out of that altar. I'm not sure why he did that. That's a curious decision. All right, let's go over. Ooh, looks like there's some Ark battles over here. And there's definitely some BTG looking to capture that Ark. And they need to capture that Ark. Again, I think we're at this point, we're at 21. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're at 21,000 difference. There's no amount of arcs that's going to help that. But just to save face and keep it a close game, capture an arc or two. I think if you capture it like right this second, you may get one more, although it would be very close to get another one. It would be very close. I don't think you're going to be able to. And looks like they're both trying to capture it at the same time. Not sure how well that's going to be, but Holden's going to come over here and attack and probably drop him within about 5 seconds. Yep, not even that, 2 seconds. because he was low and he also had the Ark. And again, if you are in this situation, do not pick up the Ark, because that happens. You're sitting there not attacking. You're trying to pick the Ark up. Once you get it, you immediately get double damage. You can't move. It makes no sense to pick up the Ark when there's a bunch of armies around you, unless you've got another bunch of armies around you and you try and separate yourself from the pack, which is very hard to do with negative movement speed. I would recommend fighting it out around the Ark, and then whoever kind of gets pushed away, the other army can kind of jump in. And why did I just do that again? It keeps jumping. Like right now, if I was BTG, you've got the other side of that battle with your obelisk, right? Like there you go. So while all that's happening, then go and grab it. Don't be the one that's fighting and grabbing at the same time. Scatter, I didn't see T5 Siege, but I would not be surprised in this match. There are so many high-level T5s that T5 Siege is not out of the realm of possibility. I love trebuchets in, real history, but trebuchets in this game are not very good. So other than the fact that they are T5, that doesn't really help them very much. Still fighting right around the Ark here. And yeah, I mean, there's tons of little skirmishes happening all over the place. They're still trying to push and get this Richard Shrine of War, which I think with the extra armies may be able to happen. They definitely need to reinforce that rally for sure. And then over here, you've got the Sky Altar, which is getting rallied again, and it's got mixed troops again, and it's going to go up against a Richard full infantry army again. Right? Yeah. I mean, it looks like there's not as many troops in here as before, but you can still see the damage, right? You still see the damage from the infantry group that's going up against that full cav rally. And yeah, I mean, there's still more. Oh my. There's lots of siege coming, I can tell you that, from FinFET. And those are not T5 siege. Those are tier 3 siege? I'm sorry, tier 4 siege. Yeah, tier 3 or tier 4. I think it's tier 4. No. That's tier 3 siege. Isn't it? Because mangonels are tier 4, yeah? I think. I don't know. I don't even pay attention. They do my farming. That's I have enough regular troops to field full groups, so. All right, so super beta again. And it looks like, let's see, Minna and probably double C would be my guess. Yeah. And you notice how the rallies, right? They're just faster. Yeah, Div, those were T4? Okay. I thought mangonels were tier 4, but I guess not. That's cool. I can't keep up sometimes. So Beta's rallying the obelisk. Let's see how this goes. It's full cav. It came across the map very fast, so it wasn't able to be hit on the way, which is helpful. But at the same time, you're going into a hornet's nest here with BTG. As soon as this hits the obelisk, I got to imagine that every single city here is going to pop an army or 3 out of their cities and start swarming, but it's actually looking like that's not happening, and maybe they just didn't have any of their troops back, and now they're just watching their obelisk die. How about that? Beta doing a little bit of a speedy move on the bottom here, and it looks like unless they can get some serious reinforcements, it looks like this might actually go Beta's way. Really good amount of nuke damage coming out on this obelisk. And yeah, I mean, they're continually reinforcing. This is definitely the way to defend a rally, is to reinforce, pull your armies whenever they get low, and reinforce with full ones again. It's kind of that flag mentality a little bit. But I mean, Beta is just not going down. Beta is just keeping a very solid army up. And I mean, even all these reinforcements are getting just chewed through. And look at that. If you look at the map, all 4 of the frontline buildings for BTG are under attack, including one of the outposts. That is insane. So I want to see this obelisk go down. I think it will soon enough. I mean, they're just so okay. So I gotta go check. Okay, some open fields here. It looks like might have been some collateral damage getting done. Beta, that's not a good decision with your Pelagius on that Shrine of War. That's going to go down very quickly. It looks like Misfits did take the Desert Altar over here, but were not successful in the other three. Let's go back over to the Obelisk and see how Beta's Obelisk rally is still up very strong, half health. And this other Obelisk army is about to go down. And wow, just got a last-second infusion, a last-second reinforcement. Eurus, Yodrago, is Kusunoki or Yulji better? Well, those are two different types of commanders. Yulji is definitely better for infantry than Kusunoki is better for archers. I hope that answers your question. Do garrison commander talent trees work in Ark? No, there are no garrisons from what I understand. This is strictly just objectives. The way they described it, there's no watchtowers, there's no walls, it's just troops. So the way garrison commander stuff works is most of it has to do with those types of things. And let's see, how has this not gone down yet? I mean, Beta is doing a serious amount of damage here, but it's just constant reinforcement. This is definitely the flag mentality, right? Why it's so hard to take down a flag in regular Kingdom is because you can do this. You can just camp yourself around the obelisk and just keep filtering out troops. I mean, it's almost impossible to take a flag down right now, which is why they made the change. And this is kind of the same mentality. You know, Super Beta had this obelisk dead to rights. And yeah, just really, really good troop filtering in and out from BTG, and that's what's keeping this obelisk up for BTG. You can see all the different armies that have come in and gone for BTG, and there's just not enough for Beta to get reinforcements from to continue this attack, and he will eventually go down just because there's so many troops. Although Lady Dragon's coming here on the bottom trying to rescue it. Nope, not in time. Just short. Just short. That was a really good rally. Took a lot of time. And again, if you were behind, right? Like if you were behind, that kind of rally is really important because it not only drains your opponent's troops, but it keeps them occupied so they can't push. In this situation, Beta was just going for broke and trying to get the obelisk because he had a really powerful commander set up. He had a really powerful troops, and they had a single type rally. And it did really well, but they couldn't mow through enough troops between all those cities around them to actually take it. It was very close, very close. And that's the right way to do it. I just think maybe some reinforcements behind it would have been nice, but it's really hard to do reinforcements for a full cav rally because they're so fast. You need to almost send the reinforcements a couple minutes beforehand just to get there in time to actually, be there with the rally. It's almost impossible. It's just really hard to time. Looks like this one troop is trying to take on this entire Desert Altar by himself. It's probably not going to go very well for them. Same thing for this Shrine of Life up here. MFLD is swarming it, and I believe eventually will take it. Taylor Buck's throwing a kiss over to the Shrine of Life or the stream. We're not sure. Either way, we'll take it. And yeah, all these blue buildings are lit up again. BTG did take 3 of the altars, which is very critical. If they weren't 20,000 points behind, that would be a really good move. 2 minutes left in the match, and again, there's too much for BTG to do. I think at this point, they just need to make sure they try and get as many folks with points as possible to get as many sculptures as they can. Same thing with MFLD, get as many folks with 10,000 points as possible. Speaking of points, Misfits Lion King leading by only 2,000 points over Beta. So almost a tie for first place between Misfits Lion King and Super Beta. Very, very close. And then Architect coming in right behind at 45,000. Stormfraz right behind Architect too. That's a 500-point battle. 5-5 open with 36.5. Lady Dragon with 33.8. Holden Tudix L with a bunch of Chinese characters. FinFET, Infandil. Looks like most of them have 10,000 points. In fact, all but 3 have 10,000 points. Disagree is definitely not going to make that 10,000 mark. 999 probably not as well. Misfits Hampone has a chance, but needs to be killing stuff nonstop right now, like nonstop. It needs to be attacking a building too. Like a full rally from Hampone would get them to 10,000 points. Zeroing T5 players now. Let's go over to, I see Architect. Are you on the bottom? Okay, there you go. Misfits just camping out. And Lord North, Big Bok Choi. A bunch of different T5s trying to swarm. Look at this. Look at all the armies. This is crazy. Look at this. There's what, 7 or 8 armies just breaking on Misfits Lion King. Just breaking. This is a good way to end the match. 5 seconds left, and they still can't take him down. He's barely half health. Good rally. Good rally. Victory for Misfits. So, yeah, what a fantastic match. Again, 45,000 to 24,000. This was a little bit of a steamrolling from the beginning, although not as bad as last time. So last time they sent me their Ark, they showed me it was like 70,000 to 10,000. So BTG definitely put up quite a fight and did some really good things, but ultimately I think just the raw power and the coordination from Misfits Lion Division definitely got them over the edge and got them that victory. Okay, so let me type in good game for these guys because that was a very good game. Great fight. There we go. All right, so good fight to everybody there. I hope y'all enjoyed that. They deserved, Misfits Lion Division deserved a quality stream there because they've kind of been steamrolling everybody. So I think that getting a good point of view from their perspective was very helpful. And they've been a good supporter of this channel. So I wanted to make sure that they got a little bit of my attention, albeit very late for me. It is midnight and I'm starting to lose my voice, to be honest with you. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Any questions before I let you all go? Any quick things that you wanted to go over? And again, just anything you wanted to chat about on that Ark. I'm happy to give y'all about 5 or 10 more minutes if you want. Yes, Misfit Lions Division, Kingdom 93 won. I can't see the rest of the kingdom, but I know that they're building this kingdom up to be a major player inside of KVK. So if you're interested in joining a server that's trying to get a good thing together, reach out to Misfits Lion King and he will get you sorted. K93 is recruiting whales, so definitely come on. And again, reach out to Misfits Lion King. He will get you into the right situation so you can enjoy your game and play with some players that are very quality. Ivan, you're very welcome. Happy to have done that for you. Ray, good stream. Happy Wife's Mother's Day. Yes. So that's my next objective, is making sure that I wake up at a decent time tomorrow morning, get that coffee brewing, get the breakfast made, all that good stuff. Misfits, another one. When did you do that? Okay, there it is. I saw it on the super chat and then I saw it on the actual chat. Wow, thank you again, man. I really do appreciate you. Like I said, this alliance has been a significant supporter of this channel and myself and this stream and all that good stuff. I wanted to make sure that they got the attention that they wanted. And yeah, they're quality people. They always talk to me and really enjoy being friends with them and partnering up with them. Yeah, T5 welcome, whales only. No, T5 in general, they look, quality people, right? Even on my server, right, when we're talking to people, we just want quality people. Of course, we want power too. But we were, like me, I would much rather have a high 30s player that knows the game and can do the right thing at the right time versus a 60 million player who doesn't know that you shouldn't pair Lancelot with double C and Lancelot primary. Like stuff like that, right? So Misfits, appreciate you too. I really do enjoy having you show us how things are done on this this Ark, and I hope this was a good stream for you guys. I hope you all enjoyed it that joined the stream, and yeah, I am significantly losing my voice, like really bad. So I might need to take a rest tomorrow morning and get this thing back, get some coffee going. It was such a good day. It was such a great Ark day. Today was Ark Day. I'm gonna make today Ark Day. Day before Mother's Day every year is best Ark Day ever. How about that? Shane, yeah, this was just going to be a Ark stream. This is actually my second stream in about 6 hours. So, and again, it's midnight here for me, so I'm probably going to wrap it up here pretty soon. But again, thank you to both the donators today, Misfits, Lion King, and Tiwa, for your generous donations. It is much appreciated and will go straight into my account. In fact, I will use these to buy the Valentine's Day bundles. So I appreciate those donations, and I will put some videos out for that stuff today. Again, Misfits is recruiting. He's got a good thing going on K93. I know he's got a lot of fights ahead of him. So if you're looking to support somebody who's got some quality people in his alliance and good strategies, obviously like you saw here a second ago, please reach out to him and he'll be happy to get you squared away. For myself, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night and sign off. I appreciate you all for joining me, not only for this one, but for the one before as well. I hope you enjoy your Mother's Day tomorrow, however that may work for you. And yeah, look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow and putting out some more content this week. Thanks again to everybody who has contributed to the channel in the past months leading up to today. And I look forward to seeing you all later. Take care. Cheers. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.